is Maya from Calvert Library. Happy Flannel Friday. If you've ever been to one of my programs, then you may know that I love animals. I love learning about them and I love sharing facts about them. So for today's Flannel Friday song, we are going to be learning and singing about this critter. Do you know what that is? In real life, this animal is really tall, taller than a grown-up. It has long, shaggy fur, so it's a mammal. It has hair. That's right, it has two big humps on its back. Not very many animals have those bumps. That's unique. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4 big feet, and their feet are split into 2 big toes. That's to help them walk across sand. Any guesses? If you said camel, that's right. We're going to be singing about a camel, specifically Sally the camel. We'll sing the song once through. I'll share some cool camel facts with you, and then we'll sing the song a second time. So dust off your vocal cords, get your ears ready, and here we go to Sally the camel. Sally the camel has 2 humps. Sally the camel has 2 humps. Sally the camel has 2 humps. So ride, Sally, ride, bump, bump, bump. Sally the camel has 1 hump. Sally the camel has 1 hump. Sally the camel has 1 hump. So ride, Sally, ride, bump, bump, bump. Sally the camel has no humps. Sally the camel has no humps. Sally the camel has no humps, 'cause Sally is a horse, of course. Isn't that a silly song? Horses and camels are not related in real life, but it makes for a very fun, silly song. So, do you want to learn some facts about camels? So camels are animals that live where it is very hot, very sandy, and everything about them is designed to help them preserve water because they don't get to drink water very often, so they have to save it inside. They don't sweat, and they have those big humps on their back where they store extra fat from food they eat, and then as they go about their day, they can convert that fat into extra energy and extra water. So that way, if they're walking across the desert where there's not very much water for days and days, they don't have to drink. They can just kind of convert what's in their hump into moisture. And even when they breathe, their nostrils catch the water vapor from their breath and send it back into their bodies. They can keep recycling it. They're very cool. They are very good at making the most of what they have. There are 2 types of camels. The first is the Dromedary Camel, also known as the Arabian Camel. This is the camel that has 1 hump, 1 big hump on its back. The second type of camel is the Bactrian Camel, and the Bactrian Camel is the type that has 2 humps. So Bactrian camels, if you are ever in the Gobi Desert in Mongolia or China, Bactrian camels still, there are still some wild Bactrian camels. They are also domesticated, but they come from the Gobi Desert where it is both very hot during the day and very cold at night. And also it snows there in the winter. So they are designed for both very extreme temperatures, both hot and cold. And the Dromedary camels, they are from northern Africa, like Egypt and Morocco, through the Middle East, down into southern India, where it is very hot, sandy deserts. But they both have those humps, just in different numbers. Do you want to know a trick for remembering which one is which? If you look at a camel and you mentally turn it on its side and look at its hump, this one kind of looks like the letter D, right? D for dromedary. And the same with the Bactrian. Let's mentally turn this camel on its side. And what letter does that kind of look like? It has the 2 bumps? A B, right, for Bactrian. So that's really convenient that a Bactrian camel has 2 humps like a B, and the dromedary has 1 hump like a D. Pretty nifty, right? So camels, they are a very important livestock animal. That means people farm them in Africa and Asia. They are used for carrying things I don't know if you've ever seen a picture or a movie where people are either riding on the camel. They have special saddles. You can sit really way up high and ride your camel. You can also use them to help you move things. You can pack. They're very, very strong, so you can pack a lot of stuff on them and help transport across the desert. They are also an important source of food. Some people eat camel meat, and some people drink camel milk. Just like, you know how we drink a cow's milk or maybe a goat's milk, you can milk a camel and get their milk and turn it into yogurt or cheese. And you can also use their fur for stuff. They're kind of all around very useful and very easy to keep animal if you live in the desert. So if you ever get a chance to read some books or see some movies about camels, keep an eye out for how they're using them and how they live. They are fascinating animals and masters of living in extreme, extreme environments. So there we go. Dromedary, Bactrian. That's your biology fact for the day. All right, let's think about Sally again, now that we have all that cool knowledge in our brains. I'm going to reset her in her camel costume. Don't look, she's changing. Have those words in your head still? We're going to start with 2 humps, like the Bactrian, 1 hump like the dromedary, and then no humps, like a horse, because it's silly. But remember, horses and camels aren't related. Camels are more closely related to llamas and alpacas and vicunas than they are to anything else. All right, ready? Got those vocal cords dusted off, get the sand out of your throat. All right, here we go. Sally the camel has 2 humps. Sally the camel has 2 humps. Sally the camel has 2 humps. So ride, Sally, ride, bump, bump, bump. Sally the camel has 1 hump. Sally the camel has 1 hump. Sally the camel has 1 hump. So ride, Sally, ride, bump, bump, bump. Sally the camel has no humps. Sally the camel has no humps. Sally the camel has no humps, 'cause Sally is a horse, of course. Thank you so much for singing and learning about camels with me today. I hope you had fun. And keep an eye on all of Calvert Library's social media pages and websites for more stories, songs, rhymes, and more. I hope you have a great day, a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Say bye, Sally. Bye.